My name is Matthew Owen, Specialized Bridge Inspection Supervisor.
Joshua Kofer. My title is a Bridge Inspection Supervisor.
Charles Blue, Regional Bridge Inspection Specialist, and I manage 5 teams, 3 which are topside, 2 are specialized.
Matt Butler. I am a BIS Bridge Inspection Supervisor for the specialized team. What we're looking for during the bridge inspection is, like these particular bridges right here are weather and steel bridges. So we would be looking for any kind of corrosion in the steel.
We'll look at the deck surface itself. We check any joints on the bridge where the bridge will expand and contract. We'll check the barrier walls for any impact damage.
Looking for the paint loss.
Any loose connections at our connection plates or bearings or anything.
And as they get worse, we'll note them as they get better and worse. Might have some cracking in the barriers, a little spalling, exposed rebar when things start to get bad.
As far as me, I'm reviewing and seeing what kind of defects or what kind of notes they put in their reports. Then I'm going to look at elements and see if their element data matches their reports. Make sure they take the right amount of pictures and appropriate pictures for the defect that was noted. Then make sure if there was any work needed on a bridge that it's been documented and the right people have been notified for the repair.
If it's something worse, then our guys in the office would put together a contract and put that contract out for bid for the contractors to do it.
So what I usually do is before we go out and inspect, we'll go ahead and schedule bridges in our inventory or in our inspection program, and we'll go through them and kind of read over, kind of get familiar with the bridge before coming out. We have a GPS in our van with every bridge in the state loaded in it. We can punch in the bridge number and it'll actually take us to the bridge. And then once we get there, me and my crew will just start walking from one end to the other, just checking the entire surface from one end of the bridge to the other.
We go to more of our bigger bridges, anything 20 feet and greater in height that our topside teams can't get to. We're checking the deck underside, the superstructure, and the substructure.
We have 2 specialized teams. I'm the supervisor for one. What that basically means is we go out and inspect with the equipment, whether that be the hydro platform, like behind us, the basket truck that we can get the things with.
That can reach up to 60 foot from ground level. If you have a roadway underneath and you need to access it from that way.
Or the Aspen Aerial 62, that's more of an articulated arm that can reach further.
The Aspen Aerial, which is behind me now, this is our biggest piece of equipment that has the longest reach. We can reach out to 62 feet.
And this is our specialized team, and what they do is they'll go up underneath, they'll check the bottom of the deck where we can't see. If it's over 24 feet, then specialized does the bridge, does the bottom of it. We have a ladder, we can get up to 24 feet to look at caps. When it's over that, like this bridge we're on, some of these caps are 70 feet in the air, so they use the Aspen to go underneath. They'll check all the caps, check the columns, any bearings under there where the deck sits on, the beams sit on it. Check all the beams, they'll check the bottom of the deck so they can get up hands-on close to it, because we can't see it from the ground. Even with binoculars, some of those cracks are so small you can't see them. They can get right there, hands on it, using crack gauges to measure the size of the cracks, tape measures to measure how long they are, and get really good detailed notes on things that we can't see on the topside team. We get done with that, we'll go underneath, look at the columns and caps. Sometimes we use binoculars. We have different, we carry an iPad with us and it has our bridge inspection program on it. And as we inspect, we're taking pictures with the iPad, noting any defects, just right there in real time.
We also have drones. We have two pilots in our unit, myself being one. We can, if there's trees or anything in our way that our equipment can't allow the reach to, we can fly our drones up and get a better visual of what may be going on.
We can't use it as a standalone inspection right now, but basically they're used in conjunction with our equipment. With the particular drones we have, they have like a two-foot avoidance system. So I could get within 2 feet of my defect or whatever I'm wanting to look at, which basically is arm's length and really meets the requirement for a bridge inspection.
The convenience of the drone, just say if there's big trees up next to the bridge or any kind of obstacle that your equipment can't get around, we can fly those drones right up between the beams, get good visual of the bearings and the top flanges of the beams and everything. You can access tight areas with them. They're very convenient.
So anything that we can't get with the equipment, we get with the drones.
Other than that, we do, we not only do bridges, we also do culverts, which is something a little different, just basically carries water, and they're buried underground, almost like a tunnel. And as a topside team, we do walk those barrels and check those if they're over a certain size. We have 2 underwater teams. Anything more than 3 feet of water, our underwater teams check anything like in Lake Lanier, down along the coast, big bridges like that. They actually they dive and go down and note anything that's under the water that we can't get to.
Specialized team probably inspects about 300 bridges per year. We have our regular specialized inspections which occur every 4 years, but we also have some on 1-year intervals, which are NSTMs that have to be checked yearly.
Sometimes if we got bigger long ones, it might be 1 or 2, but typical bridges, 3 or 4 spans, we'll do 4 or 5 in a day.
It just depends on how big the structure is and also what's going on with the structure. You may have some structures with more deficiencies. You want to spend a lot of time to make sure everything's safe.
We've actually closed a few bridges due to things that we found on bridges. You roll up and find something, a column that has we found a column that had a big spall in it and had to close a bridge in a neighborhood. We've had timber decks that were so rotten that you could barely walk on them, and we'll have to close those and start calling people to get someone out there to get it fixed. So that when we get done, there's very little paperwork to be done afterwards. Maybe clean up, things that we write down, check spelling, things like that. But for the most part, when we drive away from a bridge, everything is done, including all the paperwork, everything for it.